wrong button again. The key has a dead security chief. Okay. I just need to find him. And with my ability to get lost. Ah, okay. Hello. Oh, that's just an LMG. Well, I found it. There's also a secured terminal, Chester passcode. I have no idea who Chester is. Well, I would like to know his passcode. I'm guessing Chester is the guy that was shouting, "Don't come near me," and so on. But as well, I haven't found him. Yet. Come out, wherever you are. Come on, guy.
Just leave me alone.
Where are you? There's a lot more in here.
Get away!
I just want to talk. Ladder, okay.
Go away, Phantom!
I'm not a phantom. Here it is, okay. Thank you.
You're not real. You're not real.
You sound stronger and stronger. Anything in here? I've seen the ladder there, so...
Not real. You're not real.
Hello. Some ammo. Hello, Higgins.
You're not real. You're not real. Get
I
away
am,
from me,
I am.
Phantom. Shoot. Scram.
Calm down, I'm not trying to hurt you. Yet. Something.
You can talk? The Phantom's never talked before. I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw. See? See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting.
Yeah, slow down and tell me what's going on.
Clearly, I mistook you for one of the phantoms of my imagination, which terrorized me on occasion. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
Definitely not insane. Yeah. How long have you been down there?
Hard to say. By my reckoning, Higgins has been here somewhere between 2 weeks and forever. My recollection's a touch fuzzy these days.
And what exactly do you do here?
Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant.
So you were an engineer?
I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries, repaired them, maintained, upgraded, did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section.
If you're working on those mechanicals, you must way to stop them. I think they are all stopped by now.
Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons.
I can deal with the mechanicals. I made this far, didn't I? Yeah.
You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead.
Okay, mechanicals follow the behavior of the logic module. Someone tampered with it.
Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering.
A little bit.
There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you.
Any idea where I can find a logic module?
Funny thing, I was working on a logic module just before the mayhem started. Security chief found me and confiscated the logic module.
Why is that? Okay, I wanted to ask you.
Definitely start with the tail. If you're feeling adventurous, the ears are a particular delicacy.
Okay. Have you been? How have you been surviving all this time?
Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional means of filling my insides.
This place looks like abandoned for a while. What happened?
Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium.
And you weren't killed?
I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out.
I'm sure you are very sad.
Jimmy'd opened the vending machines.
Okay,
that
I've
lasted
already
a
heard
couple
that.
of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional means of filling my insides.
I want your password. You ate sprats?
Braised. Boiled. Charred. Skewered. Sprats are good eating, friend. Chock full of brain food.
What happened to this place?
Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium.
Okay, that's horrible. How could this have happened?
You mean, why did the mechanicals go on a murderous rampage? Same reason any of us do, I suppose. The voices told them to do it. I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out.
Okay, I should go. I didn't get his password, though. Impact hammer. The book part 3. Yeah, I've heard something about the book part 3, but... I still didn't get his password. I don't need to sleep. I could use a workbench though. That would be nice. Okay, we can get out of here. Go and get that brain. Oh, not brain. The other thingy. Just now, I'm not sure about finishing the main quest because, well, although I'm siding with the corporate, so yeah, probably I will be fine with this. Ooh, hello. Grenade launcher. Weapon parts. Adreno time. Corrupted logic module. Adreno. Okay. And some weapon parts as well. So now let's go back to journal. Back. And let's save the game. Wrong button. Yeah, new save data. Okay, resume.
Once we do this, there's no going back.
Yeah.
Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do?
I wouldn't mind hearing your opinion, yeah.
I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
Ricky tells me Edgewater going to die without workers in power.
That sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way.
I see your point. I think I'm ready to make a decision.
Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something.
Good as you did. Yeah, I'm glad you did. I'm like hearing from you.
Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
Wrong button. Plan status. Next report brought to you by Spacer's Choice. Emerald Vale is a power plant operating at 22% efficiency. Detected police notified the signal supervisor. High likelihood of moderate to severe structural damage warning. Is irreversible procedure. Continue. Let's go with Edgewater, yeah. Elevator is now safe to remove. Exit. Which one did you choose, Chris? Retrieve the power regulator. Yeah, where? Oh, you choose the culprit as well. Yeah, the most people I've seen chosen the deserters. That's why I decided, Leah, let's go with the city. Wrong button. Journal. I'm guessing the deserters will not like me returning to them, but I still will go and try to convince them to go back. But yeah, for now, back. I want my power regulator. Yeah. Okay, so you'll see an icon in the upper left of your HUD. Oh, come on. Thank you. Oh, hello.
That's the last of them.
Okay. Wasn't expecting that. Well, they didn't respawn earlier. Which is weird because somebody told me, the app told me that they were spawned when I was going to finish that quest with the girl, Zoe. That's the one. Although they may not be respawning because I haven't been in this part. I've just killed a few in here. I haven't been at the back. Well, never mind. Wrong button. Well, here we go. I would like to see that play. Robots playing. Yeah, maybe. I don't know exactly what time did I kill them previously. But yeah, sorry guys, you have no power. First I will get my
That's Thomas. He used to
power
around
regulator.
before he left the cannery.
Sealed. I like to first get my power regulator and then I will go and talk with you guys. Ah, workbench. Cool. Ah, hello.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit.
I am not a snake. I never told you that I will help you. I will think about it.
Killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve.
You can go back to the city.
I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it?
Reed needs his people back.
You want my flock wasting their lives in that cannery? Fine. Go and talk to them. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater. This is now your responsibility. And you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die among my flowers than live under his management.
What happened to you, Adelaide? All this anger had to come from somewhere. Yeah, that's a...
My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
Am I willing to deal with Reed? Or do I want to go exactly the Reed route? You're being unreasonable. Come back to Edgewater.
As long as Reed is still in Edgewater, I will not return. Those are my terms.
I don't know. Sorry, what? Ooh, that was harsh. I don't have enough information to say one way or another if I should help or not. Should I just go straight corporate or? Enough talk. Sorry. Well, I still won't steal from you guys.
One of us want to go see what happened?
I don't know what you did to talk some sense into Zoe, but I appreciate it.
There's nothing left for you here. It's time to go back to Edgewater.
The matter's been weighing on me. Zoe came back, but I couldn't keep her from slipping out in the first place. Who's to say I could keep marauders from slipping in? I don't see us lasting more than a couple of weeks out here. I'm loath to admit it. We're gonna have to make our peace with Thompson and hope he takes us back. Listen, we go back to Reed, hat in hand, begging for our old jobs back. Well, Adelaide's not gonna forgive us. She never talked to us again.
Why not?
Edgewater's not just a town to Adelaide. It's a symbol of everything that's wrong with this colony. A big, heartless machine of metal and gears grinding workers down to dust. We're the closest thing Adelaide's got to a family. We go back to Edgewater, she's gonna feel betrayed.
Leave Adelaide behind then. Edgewater needs you back.
You better be sure about this. We go back to Edgewater without Adelaide, she's never coming back.
I am not sure about this. Okay, I'll have a word.
Sure, suit yourself. I'll be here.
I don't know how much longer we'll last without power.
Keep your wits about you, friend.
You won't last long, that's for sure. Deserter.
Zoe says she fought her way out of a marauder camp with her own bare hands.
Of course she did. Damn those choices.
Home is where the heart is. Marauders took that saying a little too literally.
What do you think, Parvati?
I think you did the rightest thing you could sending the power back to Edgewater. A lot of people would have suffered otherwise. People I care for. Even if they ain't care much for me.
Oh, fruit from the ground. Yeah, the thing is I don't need it because I don't play on the hardest difficulty. No, I don't need it that much.
know, I'm trying to think.
Mock apple. Hmm.
Look at that. The snake's come back.
With the guy, okay.
What
I don't know how
happened?
much longer we'll last.
Sprat
without
fell
power.
into a transformer again?
Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault the power's dead. Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, what, how are you? Hi, hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
I seen you wandering around here. You don't look like you're coming from town.
Well, I kind of am. I kind of... I'm passing through.
Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
Ever too late to start learning? I could give you a couple of pointers.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Ah.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
I have all 3, actually. It's a lucky day, Thomas. I've got all these data pads you wanted. One.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
All of them. Part 1.
Look at that. Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years.
Spectrum
I
potatoes.
appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me.
I've got more.
Well, don't keep me in suspense.
Ooh. Part 2. Found it at the cannery.
Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. 2 whole data pads? Be still my beating heart. Oh, almost forgot your payment.
Well, I don't think that its reputation counts for anything anymore. I've got more.
Well, don't keep me in suspense.
Elusive Part 3.
The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible. You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals. That's a complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen.
Well.
Aside from you, Ms. Parvati, I swear, I'll do you proud.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit.
Oh, they are now revering me. Yeah, about that power plant. You want to survive without a power plant. It's time to go back to Edgewater.
I've been thinking about going back. I'm not much use to anybody here. I get sick thinking about working at the cannery. I can't do that again.
So don't work at the cannery. You wanted to be an engineer.
You know something? I think you're right. The town could use another engineer, and I'm on my way to becoming one. I could do a lot of good in Edgewater. Maybe even keep a garage of my own with a little workbench and my very own toolbox.
Oh, don't get too much ahead of yourself.
Adelaide's never gonna forgive me. Not in 100 years. I go crawling back to my old life in Edgewater, and I'm as good as dead to her.
Yeah, Grace said the same thing about Adelaide.
Adelaide hates Edgewater, hates everything Edgewater stands for, hates what that town does to people, what it did to her. We're the nearest she's got to kin. We go back to Edgewater, we may as well have stuck a knife in her heart.
I'll go and talk to her.
You know where to find me.
Okay, let's... I don't know if that's a good idea.
Look at that. The snake's
Yeah. I want to help you, so shut up. I'm waiting to deal with Reed for you.
You offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of twisted reparation for what you've done? Or you just looking for a chance to sow some chaos? Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not sharing the same four walls together.
Reed isn't just going to leave his post. I need some help convincing him.
Tell Reed that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new garden right in the cannery. 3 square meals for every man and woman in Edgewater. Tell him how I've made the Vale bloom again. The soil has whispered its secrets to me, and I alone know how to breathe life back into the earth. The secret is human corpses. I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years. Marauder, worker, don't matter much to me. The human body is rich with nutrients.
Why are you telling me the secret? Haven't you just called me the snake? That's stupid. But okay. Think that'll convince Reed to step down?
I have got a means to cure the plague, and I will not share that cure until Reed leaves town. Those are my terms.
Okay. So now we have to go and talk with Reed. Map.